This mini rechargeable flashlight, it's got a few more things that I haven't really seen on other flashlights, like the 180-degree rotating head, the wireless charging. It's a charging case, which looks more like a charging case for earbuds than it does for a flashlight. So stick around as I take a look at the Wuben EDC X3 flashlight. All right, so let's open the box and see what we have inside. First off, I really like the packaging. This product box kind of feels really solid and doesn't feel like flimsy cardboard either. It's definitely premium packaging. It's kind of neat and different to have this hinged box. It doesn't really feel like opening a box. It's kind of more like I'm revealing what's inside. So we have your typical things. We have a manual and wait, this looks like the charging dock. I don't want to tear the box, but oh well. Yep, that's the charging box. On the Wuben website, it's known as the Lightalk X3 Owl EDC flashlight, and I can see why they call it an owl by the dual LED lights that kind of resemble an owl. There you go, little owl eyes. And these LEDs rotate 180 degrees. Do it that way, or you can flip it back and kind of hold it forward. This is the charging dock. Just kind of place it in there like that. Pretty cool. All right, there's a small LCD screen right here that shows the brightness levels and battery status. So press that once. There it is right there. Kind of like flashlights with these features. It's just kind of handy to see the status when you just kind of look at it at a glance. See what else is on here. There's a pocket clip. Doesn't feel flimsy at all. And it looks like it's got some small screws right here. Some little screws here that look like you can unscrew them if you don't want this on there, but it's pretty slim and it's, you know, flush against the body. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be in the way. You could clip this onto your belt. You could probably clip it onto your backpack or gear bag. And I like that shooting at a 90 degree and have it facing forward. And as another option, you can turn the lights, turn it, and it can face forward. And you can actually probably slip this onto the brim of your hat and have it kind of like a headlamp. You know, you can work on something like working on your car, doing some repairs, hiking, even pretty good for camping. So instead of being locked into a standard forward-facing flashlight, you can clip and angle the light pretty much anywhere you need, which is, you know, it's kind of useful, especially when you need both hands free. And here on the bottom, there are tube magnets right here, so you can stick this to any metal object. Get this right here. So I get my metal ruler here, show you how strong that magnet is. And I've actually put this onto the under the hood of my car, and it sticks really well. So it's a strong magnet. And right inside the magnets here are metal contact terminals that charge the X3 when placed inside the charging case. So it has that flip top lid that you can open and insert. So it looks like the plastic top here can act as kind of a diffuser for the light, so that when you turn it on, let's bring it to the brightest, kind of gives it like a nice little ambient glow, and it's more softer, so kind of have it like a little, you know, maybe inside of a tent or something that need like a little bit of light, have more of a wider glow around you. And I think this could also work with the red light, more of a diffused ambient glow. Now here, under this rubber cover, there is the USB-C port. There you go. And there's the charging status light. Red means charging case is charging. Blue means charging case is fully charged. And I think, let's see here. Oh, yep. They include this right here. This was pretty cool. So you have this lanyard and you have that little place right here that you can put that in there. Now the cool thing about this which is really handy and very useful. Okay, so you have that, but check this out. Press this. There you go. Press that. Check that out. You have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. See, like they have like a little ruler here on the strap. Not sure why, but you know, still kind of cool, I guess, to have. So this is your charging cable. So you always have it with you. I thought that was pretty cool. And here it looks like, what is this? Something here on the side. If I can get it. Ah, there we go. Check that out. You have a lightning, so this looks like it's a USB-C to a lightning adapter. So, you know what this is? This to me looks like it's also a power bank. Let's see if it can do that. Grab my phone. Okay. So, oh yeah, check that out. Acts as a power bank too. So you're actually using the battery inside this charging box, or the flashlight's charging box, and it's charging my phone. Pretty cool. So this cable can charge your phone or charge another device, and it also can charge the charging dock. It's so cool when companies kind of give you like that little extra stuff. That's really, really cool. I like that. So you have like this, it's a USB-C to lightning adapter, which kind of tucks away into in there like that. Then you have this cable, which chargers and can charge a device. Then you can take this, place it in there, lock it, and you have a strap. Okay, so now my only concern here is that since the charging port is on the charging case, there isn't a charging port on the flashlight. This means that the flashlight depends on having the case to charge it. I mean, although that this charger is a great feature, what happens if I don't want to carry the dock with me, or I forget to bring it, or worse, I lose it? I won't be able to charge the flashlight. But since it has its own 3000 milliamp internal battery, which charges the flashlight about 3 times, I think, it's handy to keep with it. But one of the nice features on this flashlight is that it has wireless charging. So if you don't have the charging box, you have this wireless charging. It has wireless charging built in here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a wireless charging pad with me to test it, but it's nice to have the convenience of just, you know, placing the X3 on a charging pad and not have to bother with plugging in or charging a cable. You just lay it down. However, the wireless charging, you know, as you know, is typically going to take longer to charge than with a charging cable that's plugged in. That's usually the trade-off. It's convenience over speed. But I think I would have liked the option of having a USB port on there. So there's about a 1000 milliamp battery inside the X3, and it took about 3 hours to fully charge, but that was also from a completely dead battery, like when I received it. I wasn't able to figure out the time it takes to charge the case, since it never really died on me. It's been kind of like holding its charge for a while, but I think it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to charge. All right, now let us take a look at some of the measurements. And the flashlight measures in about 2.8 inches long. It's 1.4 inches wide and 0.8 inches thick. Now the charging case measures 3.3 inches long, 1.3 inches wide and 1.6 inches thick. Now the X3 weighs 70 grams or roughly 2.3 ounces, and the charging case weighs 125 grams or roughly 4.4 ounces. Now these measurements and weights come right off of the website. Okay, so here are some specs for the X3. X3 uses a Samsung LH351D white LED and a luminous SST10 red LED. In turbo mode, the white produces 700 lumens and steps down to 200 lumens. Runtime is 30 seconds on turbo, followed by approximately 1.5 hours. High mode produces 150 lumens with a runtime of 2 hours. Medium mode produces 50 lumens with a runtime of 6 hours. Low mode produces 1 lumen with a runtime of up to 50 hours. And the strobe outputs 700 lumens. The SOS mode outputs 150 lumens. For the red light, high mode produces 80 lumens and steps down to 30 lumens. Runtime is 30 seconds on high, followed by approximately 2 hours. Red low mode produces 1 lumen with a runtime of up to 30 hours. The X3 has a maximum beam distance of 102 meters and a beam intensity of 2590 candela. It's rated for impact resistance up to 1 meter or 3 feet. Now this flashlight carries an IP65 rating for dust and water resistance, so it's protected against, things like dust, rain, and splashes, which makes it perfect for everyday carry and outdoor use. It's water resistant, but not really waterproof enough to be submerged. All right, so let's go through the light modes. There's a top button here, that's the on and off button. So you press it once, and that is in its low mode. To switch between the brightness, you just press and hold the button. And see, now it's at the second. I don't know if you can really tell on the camera, but there, you see some of that. So the second, that's the second brightest. Hold it again, and that's the third brightest. And that's, I don't know if you can really tell, but that's pretty bright. Actually, looks really bright. And I don't know if you can tell, there's not really a center hot spot either. It's kind of got a good spill on it. And the thing is also, I think it has like the last setting used. So say, for example, let me turn it on. Say you had it on, let's say, the brightest right there, and you turn it off, and you go to turn it back on again, it's going to use the last setting. So if I want it on the lowest setting, and I turn it off, and I want to be able to turn it back on again at that low setting, it should be there. It should be the last setting used. So the next setting to use is turbo mode. So it should be the brightest at 700 lumens. And if you double press, it pops up the brightest setting there. Just press it once to turn it off. So the next setting is the strobe. So if you're, kind of sensitive to flashing light, just kind of want to give you a heads up now. But let me show you how to turn on the strobe light. You just press the power button 3 times. You have a strobe. And then the next feature, you press it 3 times again, you can get the SOS light. So now it's kind of blinking that SOS. And again, to turn those off, just press the top button. So you have the white LED light right here, and then on the other side of these owl eyes is for the red LED light. And so for the red, you just hold the power button. You have that right there. That's the low setting. And then to bump it up to the highest setting on the red, you just press and hold the power button again. And that's pretty bright. I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but yeah, I mean, this actually, I've tried it at night, and I really like having this light when it's like pitch black, that you can pretty much see everything, but it doesn't like give you like this bright light, when your eyes haven't adjusted. So it's really nice, kind of like almost like a night vision, if you will. I really like the red light for complete darkness. Right now we're on the low setting of the flashlight. You can see my hand there, and now we are on the second brightness level. It's not bad. And now I'm going to switch it to the highest and third setting. Now let me set it here on turbo. It's pretty bright, 700 lumens. Now we're going to check out the strobe. And press it 3 times again for the SOS. And that is the SOS setting. Now I'm going to put it on the red light low setting. There's my hand. And I'm going to switch it to the high red light setting. As you can see, that's pretty bright. So one of the features that the X3 has on it is a lock feature, which is, you know, really nice to have on a flashlight like this. This way the flashlight doesn't get turned on by accident if you have it in your pocket or in a bag. So it doesn't keep the flashlight on and waste the batteries. In order to turn the lock on, you have to press the on-off button 4 times really fast. Okay, so now you can see the lock icon is on there. And so when you press the on-off button, nothing turns on because the lock is on. So to turn the lock off, 4 fast presses on the button. Okay, see? So now the light's on. And then, yeah, there you go. Turn off. Oh, also on here, you notice these blue lights here, that if you do have your flashlight on and you don't want the blue lights on, you can turn that off by pressing the on-off button 5 times instead of 4, and that'll turn that off. So, yeah, 5. And you know, see the light's still on, but the blue light isn't. Now if you want it back on, you can press it 5 times again, and blue light's on. So another extra feature on the X3 is that it can glow in the dark. It works like any other glow in the dark item. It gets exposure from light and it glows for a period of time. Just kind of makes it easier to see, you know, if it's in the dark. It just makes it easier to spot the flashlight because you'll see like this little glow of green. So I really like this Wuben X3 EDC flashlight. I think I'll have to keep it on my desk just so it's within reach whenever I need it, and I'll definitely have to throw it in my camera bag to take along with me as well. Would I recommend this flashlight? Definitely. I would 100% recommend this X3 flashlight. I really like this flashlight. This is perfect for me as an EDC flashlight, and hopefully it can be perfect for you as well. If you like this Wuben X3 EDC flashlight or found the video helpful, please be sure to give the video a like because it really helps out the channel, and don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to click the notification bell, and take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.